Welcome everybody to Colonial Sports Centre. Chris Baginski and Ed Albert have the week off. I'm Nigel Liam Dawes-Brotherton, just call me Liam, alongside NHL legend Mario Lemieux.
Oh, Liam, it's a great pleasure to be here. When you win 3 Stanley Cups, the 2 Conn Smythes, it's a great pleasure. And, it's got to love the Colonial sports. And what's not to love when you got a golf team that's doing real well?
Yes, they just won the FTU Invitational by 8 strokes. And don't you play a bit of golf, Mario?
Oh, you got to play the golf, the Mario Lemieux Invitational. We bring out all the big stars, the Michael Jordan, the Rick Kehoe, they all come out, support the Lemieux Foundation. But tonight, Liam, we got to support the sports. And what do you got for us?
That's true, Ed. Tonight we shine the spotlight on the American football team and have a word with a man who is quite familiar with Western Pennsylvania football. He's McKee Sports' Shadre King, and Brooks Bratton will have a chat with him later on in the program. And of course, Ed is the man who usually sits in that.
Honestly, Liam, we take a look at last week's results with Ed having a week off. You see the overtime loss there. But the men's hockey team, honestly, the Ferris State scored 5 goals. Mario, he scored 5 goals once, all by himself, all the different ways. It's just how good I am.
And the women's hockey team also had quite a weekend. They won 3-1 in regulation against Maine, and then the very next day, won in overtime 1-0 against Maine.
Honestly, we had a hockey, only us on a field, and both the men's and the women's soccer teams was in action. So stick around, because Mario doesn't like it when people don't watch him. So stay tuned.
Jenna putting on the Ritz, pass in front, tip in by Steve Lynn.
Right down to football. Bryce, a whole lot went on this season.
But I can't go back now.
And I doubt that our Dean Taylor...
That is great.
Colonial Sports Center. You ready?
Shove! Things have been a little stressful around here lately, and the Colonial thought it'd be a good idea to do some Tai Chi.
This week in Colonial Sports, the water words.
Next. She just looks amazing. I can't believe how did she lose all that weight? I am? Oh, excuse me. Today on Colonial Sports Center, we'll have an interview with Joe.
Next.
Colonial Sports Center. You ready?
The field hockey team went into their last game last week against the Ryder Broncos, looking to improve their 2-10 record. Would the team be able to capitalize? Let's go to the Joe Walton Stadium to find out. Liam, this isn't the hockey that Mario played. They played this one on the grass, but it was the senior day out there, very rainy, very cold. It's just not a good condition.
Yeah, but let's see if they were able to cope with that, because you need to be able to.
Yeah, to start here in the first period, only the 2 periods in a field hockey, unlike the ice hockey. You got here, it's going to be the corner, and watch out here, it's going to be the Megan Pisani, not the Fernando Pisani. He plays for the Oilers. Right there, she puts that in 1-0 in favor of Ryder, and then another corner here for the Broncos, and that one deflects in Margaret Eck. They're all happy and celebrating. Take another look, watch that deflection. Gets the stick right there and hops up and over into the goal. 2-0 for the Bronco, and gotta hate when a deflection goes against the Colonial. But the Super Sealy, Steph Sealy, she making the saves, and then she's gonna get a little help from the defense in the form of Catherine Myrick. She helped to clear that one, and then she's gonna use the body to block that one. And then the Colonials, they get their only shot at a game. It's Jess Charles on a pass from the Sam Hayden. Easy save there by Lindsay Johnson. And another corner for Ryder. Again, it goes in. It's Margaret Eck. Take a look here. She deflected again. 3-0 Broncos. And got to go to the second period. And you know, Liam, this is when Asili try to keep the team in it. She keeps making the save after the save and trying to get a team back in it, but it's not happening.
No, a goalie can only do so much for a team.
And then here comes the good sequence. She makes the 1 and a 2. And watch, she puts the paddle down, makes that save. Unbelievable. But then Ryder again, it's Virginia Aquisa up to the Megan Pisani again. She got the breakaway. She go to the right side of Seeley, and that's all she wrote. Take a look at the scoreboard. You see the 4-0 loss there for the Ryder. Pisani, they're the top performer. Look at the shots, 21-7, 27-1 rather. The Seeley was the only bright spot for the Colonial.
Hopefully they'll be able to get past that setback on the season. The Colonials Women's Association football team had a match last Sunday morning against NEC opponent Bryant at the North Athletic Complex. Seeing how the Colonials own a 5-1 record at their home ground, they were being tipped to beat the Bulldogs. But did they? Allow me to channel my inner Gary Lineker and tell you. I've met Gary Lineker before. Solid bloke, rather.
Is he like one of those soccer guys, Liam?
Yes, he's kind of a hero and everything over there. But, you know, the Beatles had a song called Hey Bulldog and they're facing the Bulldogs, so hey Bulldog. Anyway, on to the first half. Iona Davis is going to try to get through the defence, but there is only so much you can do on your own there. The defence vastly outnumbered her and was able to dispossess her of the ball. Now you're going to see Brianne Lustenring go over to the wing, and Amanda Worrell will have a good crack on goal right here. And Jessica Olin, however, is going to make the save that was tipping towards the far side.
Looks like shades of young Tommy Barrasso.
Different sport, but closing minutes of the first half, Brianne Lustenring, one touches it, and it's in there, 1-0 to the Bulldogs. Shades of Tommy Barrasso facing Dave Volek, eh?
Oh, that's a bad game. Let's not bring up bad memories.
All right, then. Oli Tyser runs and runs and runs. It's a great individual effort, but she hits the crossbar. Remains 1-0 to the Bulldogs. Now, here's a corner kick that is going to be punched by Olin, but not entirely out. Giuliano heads it, and then it is finally cleared out of the box. But the Colonials not without their own chances. Christy Boldesberger with a long free kick. It reaches the keeper with Iona Davis in hot pursuit, but the timing not quite right. Now Jess Sherrick takes the kick, the corner kick, and then Iona Davis has a good try on goal, but Katie Mitchell makes the save, holds on to the clean sheet. It was the only goal of the game, that earlier one. The Bryant Bulldogs will win that one 1-0, despite being outshot by 1. And Lustering had 2 shots on goal and 1 goal. Jessica Olin making 5 saves.
Chelsea Fry had more with a women's soccer team.
Teamwork is a critical part of the Colonials' game plan for success. However, after the first 10 minutes, the Colonials lost their winning ways and allowed the Bulldogs to take control of the game.
Today we played Bryant, and they're not a highly ranked team, so we should have came in here hard. And first 10 minutes we came out playing our game, and then we just sunk to their level, and we didn't really string passes together. We didn't connect. We didn't work as a team, and that's what led to our 1-0 loss today.
The Colonials found themselves stuck on Sunday, fighting to stay above 500. But the team was not about to make excuses.
Every, condition, rain, snow, cold, it all affects, but it's an equalizer. It goes both ways. Both teams have to deal with it. And, sometimes the ball might skip their way, sometimes it might skip our way. So it's both a factor for both teams.
The ladies look to put this game behind them and finish the season strong to propel themselves into playoff position.
Connecticut is currently ranked number 1 in the conference, and we were tied with Quinnipiac. So it's going to be a tough weekend, and if we pull it out, we'll definitely secure a spot in the playoffs. But, we just got to come out there and play hard, and hopefully we can come out with 2-0.
Despite their loss this past Sunday, the Colonials look ahead to their next matchup, Quinnipiac in Connecticut. This is Chelsea Fry for Colonial Sports Center.
Now we move on to the men's side of the pitch. The men's soccer team are looking for some wins, and they had 2 games last weekend here on the campus of Robert Morris. Their first match was against Monmouth, so let's take a look at the best bits. All right, well, back out to the North Athletic Complex, where we will start right away. An attempted cross will be headed out by the Colonials, a good defensive effort that. But you will see later on a hard foul right there, which is going to set up R.J. Allen, who will take a free kick from just outside of the box. Now he'll take it wide of the wall, get it to Ryan Kinney. The rebound loose to Anthony Vasquez. 1-0 to the Hawks. And I haven't seen a celebration that big since the 1966 World Cup victory in England.
Oh, you know, Mario's done a little celebrating himself, but I'd probably put that one to shame.
Neil Schaefer will try to find Matt Griffin, but just over his head, like most of my humor. Francis Bowman with the corner goes over everybody, and it's cleared out, but Neil Schaefer is there to take a shot, a low one that can't quite get through the defense. Now, this foul on the near wing sets up yet another R.J. Allen free kick, and we know what happened last time, but it doesn't happen this time. In fact, it's cleared out quite easily, unable to get to any of the blue shots. Now you are going to see an RMU attempt on goal. This was in fact the only shot on goal of the entire game from Neil Schaefer, but dandy Brian Meredith able to make the save. Onto the second half, love reign or me as it begins to pull down at the North Athletic Complex. That RMU shot wide of the goal. Later, Matt Griffin is brought down, which will set up a free kick from Max Shinsky, who will be playing it short quite cheekily, and he attempts to cross it, but it is cut out by the Hawks. Now another player goes down. That was quite a frequent occurrence in the second half on the sloppy pitch of the NAC. Now another Monmouth free kick, but this one is going to be headed out by the Colonials, but the Hawks would have another attempt, a strong one, to get on the board, but they cannot do it. They didn't need to do it, however, as it was a 1-0 victory. Not very many shots, only 4-1 in favor of the Hawks. Anthony Vasquez with a shot on goal, and the goal, Neil Schaefer with the sole shot on goal for the Colonials.
You know, honestly, Leon, you know, the 1-0 is kind of what the Penguins would get when they go up against the Devils. You know, the trap, you only get the one goal, but, you know, the soccer team wasn't done for the weekend. They had to go out again to the North Athletic Complex, and this time, they're just going to take on a different team. It's going to be the Mount St. Mary's Mountaineers. They're going to be in a blue. Colonials, they're going to be in a white still. We go through the first half, and this highlight, folks, is all about Atoba Balaji. He makes a save there. Here he gets a little help from the Cal McIver, and then this is Scott Finneth at a Mount. He thinks he's fancy, but Francis Bowman, take it away. Channels his, Scotty Bowman makes great play. No harm for the Colonials. And then it's just Toba Balashi again, doing his job. He's just stopping things, and he's going to come around here. He just watches the ball and boom, makes another save. But then, Liam, what's going to happen here?
This is a very weak foul that is called inside the box. It is going to set up a very close free kick, but it was not quite close enough to the spot, so the Colonial's going to be able to set up the wall.
So you had a free kick there by the Eric Detzel to number 4, and the Colonials, they don't care. They just they play defense. They stop it. It's not even close. So here's the Mountaineers again. They try the same old song and dance on the Toba, but Toba no better. He's ready in position. Then they try to cross. They go for the header, and Toba, he's right there again. He sees it, clears his day. And then the Colonials, they try to get one in on Kyle McGarren, not Sean McEachran or Bill Guerin. Kyle McGarren, the keeper, for the Mount. Both goalies, they both have shutouts. It goes to 2 overtimes here, Liam. The Mount has 25 shots to RMU 13. That's the key. And, Balaji is to start a game with 11 saves. Better than a loss, though.
Yes, they were able to get a point in the NEC standings from that draw. But whenever you get a performance such as that from Toba Balaji, you need to at least get in a goal, because that's a performance wasted and just a disappointing result for the Colonials.
Yeah, even though Chris Baginski had a night off, he did have a chance to catch up with a men's soccer team earlier on in the week.
Colonials were able to take a point out of the scoreless draw in their last game, and we were able to catch up with the team afterwards to find out just how they felt about their last match.
I mean, there's a lot of chances both ways. I mean, look at the field, comes to kick and run sort of thing, and Toba played fantastic. I don't know, it looks like either team could have won it. I don't know. I thought for sure I was putting it back post, sitting there, see it bounce wide, and I felt like laying there, just doing nothing. I don't know. It's just working hard every day at practice. I mean, difference between that game and the game we beat LIU is literally nothing. Like it's a piece of grass here, a piece of grass there. I mean, it's working hard every day, doing what we do. Sometimes you come out on the end of it, sometimes it just doesn't happen for you. But we'll keep pushing ahead and we'll get these final 2 wins. Hope for the best.
It's been a long year for the men's soccer team, as they were only able to accrue 2 wins throughout the entire campaign. But it should be noted that the team also has plenty of youth, and with that youth comes much potential for the future. Chris Baginski, Colonial Sports Center.
Honestly, thanks to Chris Baginski for that piece. This great stuff.
Charming fellow, that Chris Baginski. So the team on the gridiron had an idle week.
Honestly, it's like a break from the rest of the season, but that doesn't mean that the CSC ignored the team.
Yes, and we have a footballer live here in the studio.
That's right, Liam. It's the Shadrake King, and, he's going to talk with the Brooks after the break. So I suggest, you stick around and watch that.
Colonial Sports Center, we train terribly hard in order to provide you with the best show possible. Sports Center. You ready? Here at Colonial Sports Center, we cover multiple Division I NCAA sports like football, lacrosse, rowing, and ping pong. Colonial Sports Center. You ready? Here at Colonial Sports Center, we train terribly hard in order to provide you with the best show possible. Colonial Sports Center. You ready?
Welcome back to Colonial Sports Center. I'm Brooks Bratton, and we're headed down to the turf. The football team got off to a tough start, but they won their last game with a convincing 28-0 win over St. Francis. Let's take a look at a very well-done montage of their season thus far.
For this world to stop hating, can't find a good reason, can't find hope to believe in. Jump in line, out of step for what we believe in. But who's left? 'Cause I'm not waiting. How far will we take this? It's not hard to see through the fakeness. So tell me, what would you say? I'd say it's time to let go. Am I still waiting for this world to stop hating? Can't find a good reason, can't find hope to believe this. Can't last forever. Time won't make things better. I feel so alone, can't help myself, and no one knows if this is worthless to me.
All right, here with me now is a sophomore tight end. He's got 22 receptions, 275 yards, and 3 touchdowns this season. Shadrake King. is joining me now. Chaudhry, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Very good, thank you. First off, I know you're a local guy. Where are you from originally?
I'm from McKeesport, PA, which is about a half hour from here. It's a little suburb town.
Okay. How did you decide to come to RMU?
Well, there was a lot of choices to choose from. I had West Virginia and Miami, Ohio, but I felt I wanted to be closer to home. So, you know, Robert Morris was still there, so I chose to come to Robert Morris.
Did you like the aspect that it's also a smaller school, or did you prefer somewhere larger like West Virginia?
Well, I actually like that it's a smaller school. You know, you can focus more on, you know, the things, the most important things. You know, you don't want a big school, so you get, you know, a lot of things that you know, you get caught up on stuff like that. So I'm pretty happy about the school that I picked.
Very good. What is your major and why? I understand you're actually going to change your major shortly.
Yes, I am. Right now, it's communications with a concentration in journalism, but I'm going to change it to media arts with a concentration in TV and video production.
Very nice. So she'll be joining our team.
Yeah,
very
hopefully,
shortly.
shortly.
Do you have any nicknames?
A lot of people just call me Dre for short. You know, that's probably one of the main nicknames that I've got growing up, so that stuck with me for a while.
Nice. Any pregame rituals, anything special, superstitions, anything like that?
Not really. One thing I really focus on doing before every game is I pray a lot. I pray a lot before every game. I'll usually go to like the 50-yard line and just lay down and pray. That's probably one of my pregame rituals.
Very cool. What is your favorite thing to do off the field when you get a chance?
My favorite thing to do off the field, I probably have to say, well, I make music. I'm actually in a band too, a gospel band. We go around to different churches and we play, so I'm kind of interested in music too, besides football.
Nice, very cool. Everyone, I know I have idols, everyone has idols growing up. Was there one certain person that you looked up to, maybe a football player growing up that you looked up to try to emulate?
Not really, because when I was younger, my favorite sport was basketball, so.
Okay.
I was really, you know, that was my first love. But if anyone to be my idol, it's probably my grandfather, who passed away in '98. So he's a great man, you know. So he was probably one of my idols growing up.
Fantastic. Well, great to hear, Chaudhry. Thank you for joining us tonight. Good stuff. All right, folks, Halloween is just around the corner, so grab the candy corn. It's that time again, and Liam and Mario, they're coming back with the top 5 plays of the week. Showstoppers is next.
Mr. Producer, you had 2 late tape rolls and the audio was late 4 times or so. Prime Cuts definitely got the best of you tonight.
Prime Cuts? Prime Cuts? Prime Cuts Theater? They are who we thought they were. That's why we went live. If you want to crown them the best show on campus, then crown them. But they are who we thought they were. We let them off the hook.
Mr. Spencer, one question, please.
Yeah, go ahead.
Why are you shirtless?
Good question. Spencer out.
So for Chris Baginski, I'm Ed Albert. We'll see you right back here next week on Colonial Sports Center. Good night, everybody.
Take care, everybody.
And that's a wrap.
Anything is possible!
At least he kept his pants on this time.
Hi, I'm Chris Walker, producer of RMU Live. Here at RMU Live, we take bringing you world, national, and local headlines very seriously, but even more so than those headlines, we need something else, viewers like you. So with just a 20-minute donation of your time, you can watch students present the news from right here on campus. So tune in, RMU Live, Tuesdays at 5:30.
Hi there, I'm Johan Blitzker, host of Prime Cuts Theater. Some people may call you Bliss Geiger. Brian Spencer, how's it going? May I continue? Well, it depends, like the underwear. On what? Depends on whether you could tell this wonderful viewing audience to watch Prime Cuts Theater, midnight, Fridays and Saturdays.
Ooh, you know what else you should tell them about? That good-looking Canadian guy that's on there, eh?
This is true. Who are you? You guys have got to be kidding me. You know what? I'm done. Done. Screw this. Done. Where you going, Blitzkrago?
Hey, Hoser, you know how I know you're mad? Because your head glows like a moon ring.
All right, Liam, that's the Muse. I know you guys listen to that over in Britain.
Yes, I was at the Wembley Stadium gig back in 2007. But we'll start with number 5, and it's a Ryder corner, and it's Margaret Ike who is able to put that one in. One of 4 goals that Ryder scored in that game.
Number 4, Liam. This is going to be the Colonial's try on the Cal McGarren. Not the Kyle Taragowski, this is the Cal McGarren, and the Colonials just come up short, not able to poke it into the net.
Solid performance there. Well, number 3, Mario, Brianne Lustering, 1 touches it. Why does it seem like it's only plays for the other team that are in this Showstoppers segment?
It's like some kind of backwards world or something. Maybe it's the Halloween, but this is the number 2. And this men's soccer team thriving on it. And look at Toba Balaji making the saves. Oh, what an excellent human.
Yeah, so some great plays by the men's soccer team. So we're going to get another one, right? Right? No, we're not. We're not. That is Anthony Vasquez putting it in. The only goal that Toba Balaji allowed over the 2 matches this past weekend. And those are your Showstoppers. So let's take a look at the American football schedule. Halloween night, Halloween afternoon, as a matter of fact, day, against Sacred Heart, noon at the Joe Walton Stadium, and then they will travel to Albany the following week. That is a 1 p.m. start.
Obviously, to Mario here through the grapevine, that Saturday game is Moon Access RMU Productions, so everybody, come out and, also watch it. And then you got a hockey here. This is, everybody got a lot of hockey. You got tomorrow night, the Quinnipiac down at the Island Sports Center, and then a Saturday again at the Island, both at 7. Everybody go out, watch the hockey. You got a lot of hockey. The red lines, the blue lines, the ice. You got a lot of it all.
And there is one final men's association football matchup set for home. That is this Sunday at the North Athletic Complex, 1 p.m. versus the Bryant Bulldogs.
Oh, it's always better when you take on a team and not a network. But you can't just watch the Colonial Sports Center. So tune on in to the RMU Live on a Tuesdays at 5:30. It's produced by the one and the only Chris Walker, the campus, the local, all the world news. It's the headquarters, actually. RMU-TV, Channel 98, and on the web at rmulive.com.
And of course, you need to watch the misadventures of Johann Blitzkrieg and the rest, such as Brian Spencer, Michael Gabriel, and of course, who could forget Ron McKenzie. Fridays and Saturdays at midnight, it's Prime Cuts Theater.
Liam, obviously, we're just filling in this week, but you got to watch all the time, and then there's the creepy monkey. But you watch all the time, and Brooks always talking about the food, and finally he bring it over. I think it's for the Mario, but we got the candy corn here, so have one. You can have one too. Get one in there. Got to thank Marty Galosi, the entire RMU athletic department, the teams, the coaches, because without them, we don't put on a show. The Mario don't do a lot of things without the Natalie. Got to thank the Natalie, all the TV1 students. Liam, you got anything you want to add?
To all my peeps in the UK, thank you very much for watching this on colonialsportscenter.com. And
let's go Penguins, the Stanley Cup champions. But we're going to leave you with a piece of the greatness. We're going to say goodnight, Brazil. Take a look at this end of the show montage. Gotta love it. Masterpieces.
Indeed.
Take